Black businesses in the built environment industry have united on a commitment to push for transformation in the sector. They've all gathered at the Gallagher Convention Centre in Johannesburg for the inaugural Black Business Council in the Built Environment Indaba. The gathering serves as a platform for public and private sector academics, researchers, as well as built environment practitioners to discuss innovative ways to transform the industry. Human Settlements Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi delivered her keynote address this morning, and part of our team there is Katlego, Legodi, who's been watching all those developments. He joins us now live. And Katlego, you listened at a close vantage point to what the minister had to say. Take us through some of those salient points. Perhaps we'll hear it in her words.
Yeah, most definitely. A very good morning to you once again, Ayanda, and to our viewers at home. You're right, Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi just stepping off the podium just a moment ago after addressing hundreds of those role players within the built environment sector on work that government has been doing over time to try and meet them halfway where these projects are concerned. You know that hers becomes a very important portfolio in terms of the rollout and the delivery of well-needed services to the people on the ground, bringing back that dignity that they had really needed for about 30 years in terms of really moving the tide and ensuring that there's a little bit of change in their lives. We see her just more or less bring about commitment to working with those that are within this sector to ensure that these projects, that some of them have been halted, are expedited and completed. We see her talking about the issue of climate change here, Ayanda, to say that when you look at it, there's been a lot of work that will really need to be done here to ensure that we have buildings of the future that are sustainable, that are able to also save lives. She also mentioned the issue of the floods that have been hitting some of these areas. We know very well that we're inching closer and closer to winter, and around this time, this is where we see a lot of fires from these shacks, and the minister saying that this is indignity, and she wants to ensure that there is credible partnerships with those that are here to ensure that we roll out buildings, smart buildings of the future. She also touched here, Ayanda, on issues around issues of buildings that are government buildings that have over time have gotten dilapidated, that they're looking at ensuring that they work around bringing about a social housing for the people on the ground so that they're able to fend for themselves and become part of this moving economy. I'm going to bring her into the conversation, not spoil it. She's going to give us a sense of really what she gave us on the podium there. We see you really, Minister, trying by all means to reflect on the past 30 years in terms of where we are. We know very well that this sector becomes very important in terms of the rollout of the black economic empowerment for people on the ground. And these businesses are saying that they need to be heard. They need to ensure that their work also find meaning on the ground, looking at the challenges that they've experienced over the past 30 years. Welcome to the SABC. Give us a sense of really how important is it that we see all of these multiple ministers converging here. We saw transport, we saw the Minister of Public Works, now the Minister of Human Settlements. All of these sectors are really credible and critical in the center of moving issues of development on the ground. Welcome to the SABC. Give us a sense of the importance of government forming part of this event here.
Look, I think it's quite important. Thank you very much. It's quite important because it's about collaborative. As I reflected on their theme around collaborative, we can't do alone as government. These are our players in our sectors who help us build the houses that we are talking about. When we do bulk infrastructure, they are the players who are actually ensuring that we do. You'd understand when I got into the portfolio 2021, I spoke about more than 3,445 blocked projects that had come to a standstill for one reason and the other. And last week when I did a media briefing, I was reporting that actually we've managed to unblock and we're left with about 295 out of those blocked projects. And it's these platforms that allows us to be able to have those conversations. What is the problem? Where is the problem? One of the issues, for example, you would hear that we're not addressing the entirety of the value chain. So as a contractor or as a business developer, somebody goes and buys material very expensive, or material availability. And they're saying to us, bring the black industrialists into the fourth, support black businesses to be able to be manufacturers of your bricks, manufacturers of your new technologies for building into the future, so that there is enough supply, but it's affordable for even the businesses that are playing. So these conversations are important, but also for reflection, because previously we would have met subsectors of the built environment. For example, I've been having quite a lot of engagement with women in construction. So if for example, it's good to hear that they are able to report to their mother body to say, we are here, we've been having conversations with the minister, especially on transformation, 40% set aside for women, which we've been able to see. They've asked us to do incubation program, which we've now committed to doing within this financial year. This was the commitment, this was the request for the sector that says, while we're working on these areas, we think that more and more of our entrepreneurs, SMMEs, young people, women who are coming into the sector, some of them, yes, they understand how to do business. They know how to put a brick. They might be quantity surveyors, but they are not really equipped to run a business. Putting together a financial statement, being able to know what I need to do at what point needs support. And that's what we are committed as a portfolio to say we will do those incubation under NHFC and SHRA. So that's the commitment we've made. But the other issue that we will have to broadly, and that's why it's good to have various ministers come in. Minister Chikunga is still within the infrastructure. Minister Zigalela, we work together, as I said. Rejuvenation of our inner cities is important, that we partner with public works and infrastructure. So their work is critical. The release of land that they have been doing giving to us from public works to human settlements through HDA. It's a partnership within government. So we're showcasing from government point of view the collaboration from the side of government, working together and being able to speak in one voice, but also the collaboration between us as government and private sector.
And just before we let you go, Minister, we know very well that the elections, they are a hotly contested terrain. And let's speak issues of continuity, where some of these projects are concerned. We've only been in the portfolio for about 2 years now. We're not sure whether the ANC will be coming back into a government, and we might see another minister coming through into this portfolio. How are we going to ensure that there's continuity of some of these projects and the work that you've started and you're committing to be doing with those that are within this sector?
Those who are happy with my work have assured me that ANC is coming back, so they are going to vote for ANC. That's definitely. President Ramaphosa will be here as president on the 30th of, would have been voted on by the 30th. So within 14 days after 29th May, would have formed a government as ANC. In terms of sustainability of our work, that's why we've gone to review the white paper policy. We're finalizing it. It is consulted through across stakeholders in terms of civil society, academia, across even. We've opened it to everybody. It's not about us. It's not about Minister Kubayi. It's about South Africans. So the programs that we have put in place, they are there for sustainability. I can assure you, when ANC is back in government, this work that we see that has happened over time, that people are happy and are confident that we continue. I mean, you can go and look at the issues of asbestos. We committed in 2021 that we will restart the asbestos program in Free State. We've done that. We're reporting now the progress. We've gone to commit that we'll unblock projects that were blocked. We have delivered that. We've gone to say we will reprioritize rural areas and start eradicating mud houses. We have done that. So it's a scorecard that we are saying. It's not because we are just saying people must vote for us, but we are saying to people, this is the work that we have done and we deserve to be back. With the history that we have, with the laying foundation, and it's also both sides. It's a collaborative effort between us and as citizens, as voters.
Minister Kubayi, thank you very much for your time. There's a mammoth of work just ahead. And when you look at where we find ourselves, just those informal settlements also coming through thick and fast. And the minister just committing here that the work and the programs will continue beyond the elections, and we'll see some of these issues that were raised by these men and women within the built environment sector really finding meaning even beyond the elections. Ayanda, it's back to you in studio.
Katlego, live to us there from the Gallagher Convention Centre in Midrand. Thanks very much indeed.